Hello friends, Miss Sedine again, and welcome to reading. This will be our first distance learning reading lesson, and we will be listening to a story today. The story is called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. All week long, we've been reading a story about Chipmunk and how Chipmunk got his stripes, which is a fable, which means it's a story where we learn a lesson. This story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, is another example of a fable, a type of story where you learn a lesson. So listen carefully, and then when we're done, we'll talk about some of the work that you get to do that goes along with it. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, an Aesop's Fable, retold by Anthony Curran, illustrated by Jeff Ebeler. Some of you may know this story already, and some of you may not know the story, but it's a very good story with a very good lesson. So listen carefully. One day, a boy was watching over his sheep. He was very bored. He wanted to play a trick. "Help! Wolf!" cried the boy. The people of the town ran to help. There was no wolf. The boy laughed. The next week he did it again. "Help! Wolf!" cried the boy. Again, the people of the town ran to help. And again, there was no wolf. Again, the boy laughed. Then a wolf really did come for the sheep. Ooh. "Help! Wolf!" cried the boy. No one came to help. The wolf chased all the boy's sheep away. The boy learned a lesson. Do you know what lesson he learned? Have you figured it out yet? People don't believe in liars even when they tell the truth. That's the lesson. So there may have been a time that you've experienced before where maybe you were playing a trick on somebody, or you were asking for something that you really didn't need, and then when the time came when you really did need it, you didn't get it because no one really trusted that that's what you really needed anymore. So we need to be really careful with those kinds of things. All right, let's go back. I'm going to try something here. Bear with me. Oh, here we are. Okay, so on Thursday, you all brought home this packet, and we've already gone through this a little bit this morning during morning meeting, but I just wanted to go through some of the work that is included in here that goes along with our reading time together. So we have, you can see this, you can look along at yours as well. So we're having our reading lesson right now, and then there's our independent work time. So if you open up the packet, here is another story called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. It's not the story I just read to you, but it's a similar story with the same theme really. So if you want to reread this, then you may do that as well to help you answer your questions. On the back of that sheet, it says, list 5 words that describe the shepherd in The Boy Who Cried Wolf. So as you know, this week we've been talking about character traits. That has been our lesson with the chipmunk story. So with this story as well, sorry, I'm trying to figure out where to put this. With this story as well, we have a picture of the story, and then we have a space to put 5 character traits that describe the character, the boy in this case, in this story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Okay, after that, we have on this page, you see at the top it says, must do. Okay, so these are some questions that go along with our story that you can answer. And try to do your best to do your neatest handwriting, put spaces between your words, use capitals and punctuation. And then down at the bottom, you get to write a sentence as well. Okay, that's a must do. You must do this during our reading work time. And again, if you don't know the answer, you can go back to this story and you can reread it. Eventually, I will have the opportunity to send to you the exact story that I'm reading. We just don't have that capability this week, but it's coming. Okay, then we have the sheet. It's a sequencing sheet of what happened first, next, then last. And this is a may-do story. So that means if you don't have time because you're working on other things, it's taking you a little longer, then you don't have to do this. But there's plenty of time built into our Fridays where you will have time to do extra work. So this might be something that you'll want to do. This is a cut and paste. So you need to find a scissor and either glue or paste or tape, something in your home that you can use to paste these pictures in the order. Another may-do we have is a spelling words word search for our lesson 9. So these are all the spelling words from this week. So that's kind of fun. They're listed down below. And this sheet here does not say must do or may do. But give it a try. This sheet says Elf's helpful hints. So now this is our grammar work for the day. So I would like you to do this. Elf's helpful hints. A noun is a person, place, or thing. And a verb is a word that shows action. So over here it says find the mistakes, write the corrected sentence, underline the nouns, and circle the verbs. So here's your to-do directions. I watched a movie about penguins. So rewrite this on these 2 lines. If you write small enough, you might be able to write it twice for good handwriting practice. You're going to make all those corrections. So, and these are the corrections you're going to be thinking about. Did you use capital letters? Punctuation? Did you make finger spaces? Was it neat? And did you spell those words correctly? And then you can draw a picture to match the sentence. Okay, so that is all we have today for our reading and our word work. So you're going to be doing that again. You can follow this timeline like we talked about this morning, or if that doesn't work for your family schedule, you can do it at a different time. Just make sure you do it. And even it might be helpful when you're done, you can even maybe highlight it or make a little check mark or color a little star by it or something like that, just so you know that this is something that you've accomplished. All right, so I will be seeing you again later today for our math lesson, but for now, work on your packet and have a great time in reading. See you guys later.